Hey guys, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the video if you loved it, and if you want to become a patron or you want to support me in any way, or you just want to know where my socials are, make sure you stick to the end of the video. Anyways, on to the video.
Cat closet. So I'm the one talking about chairs. You probably figured that out since I'm the last one, and Substantia did in fact tease you with the chair story, so that would be me. Because you see, I've spent much of my life sitting in chairs that bruise my body. Desk chairs, lounge chairs, studio chairs, stationary chairs, roller chairs, chairs at school, chairs at work, chairs in waiting rooms, chairs in salons. And don't get me started on chairs that aren't technically chairs, like airplane seats and train benches. The chairs of the world aren't built for bodies like mine.
So, this is kind of a mix between hilarious and depressing. If you haven't heard of Cat Pause and her regrettable early demise. Death in the news related to overweight people and their weight being the factor in their death is getting a little too frequent for my taste. Yeah, way too frequent. Apparently, they're only just going to trial now, but these parents in the UK, they let their daughter, Kaylea, she died, 16. Kid had all these medical problems, and she passed away, in her sleep, due to being morbidly obese, at 16. Cat Pause was only 41. 41! This young man, this young boy from, I believe, Minnesota, was visiting Florida and went on this amusement park ride.
The death of a 14-year-old boy is sending shockwaves through Orlando, Florida, the theme park capital of the world. The boy, who is being remembered as a gentle giant, fell from a new ride billed as the tallest freestanding drop tower in the world. We do want to warn you that video from the scene is disturbing. Here's CBS's Manuel Bojorquez.
Before the Orlando freefall ride at Icon Park lifted these riders last night, one appeared to question the seat restraints.
Why doesn't this have the little click, like the seatbelt?
And as it lifted, a worker said this.
Hey, you check your seatbelt on the left side. Seatbelt.
Nope.
Seatbelt.
The ride appears to have only an over-the-shoulder harness that locks riders into place as it descends 75 miles per hour. But last night, as it dropped for more than 400 feet, a rider came off the seat and fell to his death. Orange County's sheriff identified him as Tyree Sampson.
He was 14 years old. He was visiting from his home in Missouri with another family here in Central Florida.
And the hinge didn't lock fully. And on camera, this poor boy, 14 years old, went flying off of the amusement park ride and fell, regrettably, to his death. In every one of these scenarios that I'm describing so far, all of these people were overweight. That 14-year-old boy weighed almost as much as I do. Now, granted, he was 6'9", but still. You know, you hear the BoPo movement sitting here complaining, saying, we should be able to get on the rides without any problem. We should be able to do this without any problem. No. When are you guys going to wake up? Cat Pause was one of your leaders academically. What the crazy part is all she did was get a degree in sociology and then spent the rest of her life talking about fat people. She was massive. This was a big woman. I thought I had a big chest, but whoa, Kat had a huge chest, and a lot of that was definitely from weight gain. She was a large woman. I never saw her doing a lot of mobile things. Look, it's just sad to me. You know, and the irony is definitely not lost to me that a woman that sits there and claims that weight is not a factor in health, and then she mysteriously dies in her sleep. And they won't reveal, they won't release to the press why she passed away. Why? I wonder why. It's going to take me a minute. And then, see, what was really strange about the whole Kat Pase thing was when you find out that Steven Crowder went undercover as a fat feminist activist. If you haven't seen the video, chef's kiss.
Enter the riveting academic world of fat pride. Bursting at the seams with self-love, acceptance, and, well, just bursting at the seams, it turns out that there is an entire academic discipline known as fat studies, home to peer-reviewed think pieces such as Overcoming Fear of Fat and Queering Fat Embodiment. Yes, this is actually being taught by professors at some of the world's most prestigious institutions. There's even an annual Fat Studies conference. So let's meet a few of my soon-to-be peer-reviewed colleagues.
Our Fatlicious keynotes, Esther Rothblum and Sonia Renee Taylor, have given us amazing talks about fat histories, our fat present, and what our fat futures might hold.
Now, I decided to write and submit my very own Fat Studies paper for presentation, and with the help of my brilliant researcher, I wrote an entire essay titled Embracing Fatness as Self-Care in the Era of Trump. I then submitted the abstract to the conference, and, did I say that I wrote the essay? I meant to say it was submitted by C. Matheson, a wonderful and totally academically legitimate genderqueer fat pride activist. All right, turn me into C. Matheson.
You're used to Lucy, but I run such a shunt. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run.
I gotta give it up to you, Steven. Gorgeous. I've watched it twice now. It was absolutely hilarious. But, you know, when you see him, and I'm gonna trim it, but if you see this.
And that's great news, because Z's abstract was actually accepted by the chairwoman, Dr. Kat Pase, a self-described fat studies scholar, and just like that, C. Matheson was scheduled to speak alongside these intellectual titans. So grab your popcorn, quadruple buttered, and let's start the show. Ready? Oops.
Hello, I am C. Matheson. I am an activist based out of Austin, Texas, specifically working with the non-binary and fat community to help increase presence of intersectional and non-binary people with such events in Austin as Women's March, March for Our Lives, most recently the global climate strikes. My preferred pronouns are she and her, and my paper, Embracing Fatness as Self-Care in the Era of Donald Trump, is something I'm thrilled to be presenting and has been accepted here at the New Zealand Fat Studies Conference 2020. Because of our current leaders' bigotry, fatness, I will argue, acts as a distancing mechanism from the president, as well as his supporters, producing both physical and ideological space that can insulate the individual from intolerant, bigoted, or violent ideology.
And then you hear him say this.
So first off, I'd like to issue a content warning regarding some fat phobia discussed in this next portion. It's widely acknowledged, of course, that the 2016 election of President Donald Trump was evident of America's, some would argue, underlying racist, xenophobic, homophobic, and transphobic attitudes. I would argue that it was always there, not so underlying. It just took 2016 for more people to realize it. If we can say that's a silver lining, for lack of a better word at all. Trump's fat phobia has received relatively little attention in comparison. Trump regularly engages in attacks on fat bodies, individuals. Trump is known to target women with his attacks, referring to women as having faces that are, quote, fat or ugly. And Trump's fat phobia even reaches into the United States international relations. In his dealing with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Trump referred to the leader as, quote, short and fat.
And the thing is, he spoke alongside Kat in this, Stephen, you tell him, where was this located?
At Massey University, where all the brave and beautiful postgrads can submit their essays and present them in their fun-sized safe space.
Ah, right there. Gotcha. It's just crazy to me, guys. I don't understand. When is the BoPo movement going to get it? Because you know what? None of them have said a word about the potential reason for why Kat passed away. None of them have said a damn word. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any real videos about it or memorials or anything. Isn't that weird? Isn't that odd? Someone that was a champion for you ladies. Someone that was one of your figureheads. And you couldn't say a damn word. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't looked into it enough. But I mean, we've got 2 children that passed away. And then I started looking into it. I was like, who else is, the BoPo movement or even just overweight people. And there was this one, it was a video series called Only Human. And there was this gentleman, Ricky, who lived in Guam. And I looked up because the video almost seemed recent to me. So I didn't think anything. I thought maybe he was still alive. Then I found that he died. I was like, oh no, that's so sad. He did die. The man, when he started the program, the video weighed 700. When he died, he weighed 900. But guess when he died? 2012. Do you know what year Tess Holliday came out with her old F Your Beauty Standards? 2012. That man believed that he was unable to lose weight, that was just how his body was, that he had no choices. The BoPo didn't even exist yet, and he was already saying these things. How are we okay with inspiring this in people? Hopelessness. Telling someone that this is all they're ever able to be. What? Yes, it is hard. It is very hard to lose weight. You are preaching to the choir. And I've had a lot of people ask about it. I still will not do an actual documenting, but guess what? This girl right here, I got faced with the reality of how much weight I had to how much I've lost recently. I am doing a small segment in documentary for a friend, and I looked at the recording of my face, and my face was huge. I could not believe how big I was. And I'm looking right here on the camera right now in front of me, and even now, I'm so much smaller than what I was, and that was only a year ago. And I haven't even noticed the weight loss, which means I weigh more than what I thought I did. I weighed more. And now, I just posted on my Instagram today, I'm very proud, that this is the first 2 weeks in almost like 2 or 3 years that my ankles aren't swelling. Essentially since the end of the end of my furlough in the pandemic. Because that's still going on. That's a thing. Yeah. You can do it. You might have to do it slow. It's not going to be a boom, boom, done. Eat the right stuff. Walk every day. Take care of yourself. Make smart choices. Don't sit at a desk for 12 hours editing videos. I digress. You're not trapped. You may feel like you're trapped. This is where you're trapped. Okay? You guys have it in you to be healthy. You have it in you to make the right choices. You just are choosing not to. You're choosing to be lazy. So here's my parting gift to you. Choose yourself. Choose your future. Choose what's a little bit uncomfortable now, but eventually will feel amazing. I chose me. What are you going to choose? That's all I have to say for now, guys. Till next time. I want to start off again by just reiterating, rest in peace to those who passed away. And I hope the families of those who passed, they find peace in each of the circumstances. But to move on to slightly brighter things, I don't have any community shout-outs because I've stopped receiving them. I would love to hear more from you guys about your journeys, your weight loss journeys, your muscle training journeys, your health journeys. So please send me your before and after photos with details, your name, what weight you started out with. Send them to thestarson@yahoo.com. I guess the only community shout out I can give is actually my own family. If you follow me on Instagram, my father cooks for us every weekend, and Sunday meals are when the whole family is there. And so he has made sure to start making healthy choices. And so as a family, we've all done that. My brother and husband have both lost weight, and my sister-in-law's put on muscle. My father's lost weight, and I don't know how much weight I've lost, but the constant swelling that I've experienced has gone down. So, we're all making really good strides towards a healthy future. So, hopefully that inspires you guys to share with me what you've got. If you like my content and you want to support me, I would love if you became a patron. I have a lot of benefits that even though the mattress videos did distract me from, I would love for you to help and support me because I appreciate all of my patrons. I want to personally thank them. It's Brentley, Amelia, Velspera, Jessica Zenderlin, Choco Hooligan, Noodles, Daria P., Lady Derpy, Brandon Kierley, Anime Chan, Danielle Moriando, Panda Bear, Maria, E-Day, Emile DeVry, Sherry Molosky, John Quinn, and Lisa. I thank you guys so much for just supporting me. And if you guys love supporting me, there's a lot of different fun things you get from me. Usually you get early access to my videos. There are videos that are going to be solely for my patrons. Artwork, giveaways, face-to-face group calls. So consider that for just little old me. I want to shout out my peeps at No System. As you see, what I usually do, I have what I wore in the video and No System merchandise. But also, guys, not to be a little morbid, but we had a theme of death this week, apparently. And No System has a new shirt design coming out this Saturday. You should definitely tune in for that. And we have some really cool pin curiosities. Definitely check out our Instagram. And, yeah, make sure you take a look at that. Otherwise, guys, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the support. Here's all my socials. If you want to follow me anywhere, I try to share as much fun stuff as I can on Instagram. I stream all of my live streams through my Twitch and my YouTube and my Facebook. And otherwise, guys, that is it. Listen, if there's one lesson you can learn today from this video, is please don't take things for granted. Don't take things at surface value, and take care of yourselves. Pay attention to what's wrong with you. Don't let others control you. In the case of poor little Kaylea, if you feel like something's not 100% safe, don't do it. In the case of poor Tyree. And don't be cavalier about your health like Kat was. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day.